I'm going to discuss the top 3 SaaS startup mistakes that I've personally made over the years. The beauty of SaaS is that when it works, the returns can compound quickly. Here are some companies that went from 1 million ARR to 100 million in only a few years. However, it's not easy. Having started multiple SaaS companies over the years, I've made a lot of mistakes. So I listed them out and ranked them primarily based on the amount of time they caused me to waste. So here are the top 3, along with a bonus one that was a big mistake for me, but might actually be an opportunity for you. Mistake number 1, building features to try and close a sale. So here's the scenario. You have a large potential client, they sound really excited to use your product. There's just some hesitation because it doesn't have a couple things they're looking for. You estimate that it'll only take maybe a week or 2 to add those features, so the temptation is to go ahead and add them. This is almost never a good idea. I'll give 2 examples from my past to highlight this. In one example, we spent a couple weeks adding the features that a customer wanted and then notified them. Customer respond with, "Great, we'll get it integrated with our software in the next couple days." Weeks go by and nothing. Finally, we get them to respond back, "Oh, sorry, turns out our parent company wants to make the purchase decisions and isn't interested in looking for solutions like this at the moment." Another example, we added the desired features and include a video that shows off the new capability. The customer responds that they'll look into it, but didn't watch the video and eventually stopped responding. So what's happening here? It's typically one of 2 things. Number 1, they were never really that interested to begin with. The suggestion that it doesn't have a couple features they're looking for is really just a nice way to say, "Sorry, we're not interested." Or number 2, you're not as close to the finish line as you think you are. With larger companies, there are so many stakeholders that you have to work through before closing a big sale. You think you're talking to all of them, but you're not. Mistake number 2, not talking to enough customers before launching. So you have a killer idea and you're super excited to build it. You find like maybe 5 to 10 people that have the problem you're trying to solve and want what you're building. And this alone gives you enough confidence to spend the next few months working away in silence, not talking to customers, building towards what you hope to be a big launch. This is a mistake that I made with an early startup. What happens is that when you launch, you realize that many of the features you built aren't being used by the customers you previously talked to. And when you talk to new customers, you find you're missing many of the things they would have wanted. You basically wasted a lot of time building things that no one will ever use. The smarter approach is to spend weeks, if not months, talking to as many customers as possible, 50, 100 or more, before you start building. And then while you're in that initial build phase, to spend a significant amount of time continuing to talk to customers. And then finally to launch it as soon as possible so you can get customer feedback while you're developing the product. Mistake number 3, believing that a good product will sell itself. No matter how great your product is, and regardless of whether you're using a product-led growth strategy, you will need to actively market and sell your product. Word of mouth is powerful, but it's slow, especially in the beginning. You need to have a clear go-to-market strategy that'll help you get people to your site and help you convert them. This is actually one of the main reasons I built Hootsuite. It's so difficult to convert web visitors into customers. We found that proactively engaging them and using live video to build trust works really well. And for the bonus number 4, starting a business before the technology is ready for it. This is a big mistake that I made, but might actually be an opportunity for you. So many years ago, I purchased the original Oculus. It got me really excited about virtual reality, but even more so about the potential for augmented reality. I bought into a lot of the hype around augmented reality, and so I started building a product in that space. It wasn't until I spent over $2,000 on the Magic Leap headset, put it on, and immediately responded with, "Oh, we're at least a decade away from this being what I thought it could be." Soon after trying out the Magic Leap, I shut down the business. But now I'm going to give a counterexample to show how this could actually be an opportunity for you. In 2012, Dylan Fields started building Figma. It's a web-based collaborative design platform that competed with some of Adobe's products. At the time, WebGL was in its nascency, and building a collaborative web experience was a really hard technical problem. But Dylan had the foresight to see that not only was it possible to build a good enough experience today, but that web technology would continue and improve every year, making his product better and better. Because this wasn't obvious to Adobe, it gave him time to build a great product and build up a large user base. Out of fear of losing market share and not being able to catch up, Adobe eventually acquired Figma for $20 billion. So if you're gonna go the route of being early and pushing the limits of what's possible with technology today, there is the benefit that you'll have less competition. However, make sure you can build a good enough product today that people will pay for today, and that there's a clear trend that gives you the conviction that it's going to get better and better every year. So that's it. Hopefully you found this helpful. Thank you for watching, and subscribe for more.